ABS-CBN News.
The Department of Social Welfare and Development is bracing for more typhoons this habagat season. But a United Nations agency urges the DSWD to also focus on the safety of vulnerable persons in evacuation centers. Jackie Pascual tells us more.
We've learned our lessons and we're prepared.
The typhoon and monsoon seasons have started, and Social Welfare Secretary Dinky Soliman says government is prepared to meet the challenge head-on. Goods and equipment are available, she says, and ready for delivery to areas where a storm will hit. But the United Nations Population Fund is asking the DSWD to address a related problem, one that turns disasters into double jeopardy. That's the plight of vulnerable persons in evacuation centers, particularly women and children. UNFPA Country Representative Klaus Beck says many evacuees are exposed to sexual violence, maternal deaths, unwanted pregnancies, and the threat of sexually transmitted infections. He cites the case in Iligan City 5 years ago where 2 young girls were sexually abused by a man who was supposed to look after them in the evacuation center. Soliman says the DSWD is addressing cases of violence against women and children and is also providing counseling and areas friendly to women and children in evacuation sites.
Women-friendly spaces specifically for lactating mothers so that they can continue breastfeeding, and they're supported immediately by the local government unit with hot soup for breastfeeding, and also for pregnant mothers.
Deploy often female police officers, because we know that female police officers instills confidence in women, that they know that they have someone to go to who they can trust, who has a degree of authority.
Soliman adds 16 so-called model evacuation centers will be built within the year, so residents do not have to use schools as temporary shelters. The centers can accommodate 200 to 500 families with huge spaces and a big kitchen. The centers can be converted into multi-purpose halls when not in use. Jackie Pascual, ABS-CBN News.
Parts of Luzon, real